For the final topic in this course, you're going to learn about mental health stigma. Mental health stigma describes negative stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination that is unfortunately and far too often displayed toward people with mental health problems. Frequently, people with mental health problems are viewed and treated in negative ways. For example, people might incorrectly view people with mental health problems as unpredictable or dangerous, and desire social distance from them. And unfortunately, quite a bit of research suggests that mental health stigma is highly prevalent. Although it might seem that mental health stigma has gone down in recent years, research suggests that that is actually not the case. And research that looks at rates of mental health stigma over the last several decades clearly indicates that stigma has remained relatively stable. But the picture is a little more nuanced. Certain beliefs about people with mental health problems, certain false negative beliefs about people with mental health problems have actually decreased recently. For example, compared to about 20 years ago, the general public blames people with mental health problems for their difficulties to a lower degree. That's great. However, incorrect beliefs about people with mental health problems being dangerous and unpredictable, and the degree to which people desire social distance from people with mental health problems, appears to have increased. We're going to explore why that's the case throughout this topic. But one reason is the false idea that's often perpetuated that people with mental health problems are more likely to engage in acts of violence, and especially acts of gun violence. I'm sure you've noticed that oftentimes in the wake of acts of gun violence, especially mass gun violence, mental health problems, and people with psychological disorders are often attributed as the causes for those events. We're going to put that idea on trial and explore whether that's really the case or not, and look at research exploring that. So for your work here in this topic, you're going to complete a reading about mental health stigma, and then take a quiz based on that reading. And then you'll also complete an assignment where you're going to read a chapter exploring some research about mental health stigma, and then complete some responses to that reading. As usual, if you have any questions as you're working, please let me know.